Did it. Okay, I am now live. You are with me. I am with you. We are together, and we are going to have fun for the next, I don't know how long. It always is, like however long Spirit feels necessary to talk. And one of the things that we're going to, actually more than one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is, sorry. I have people's, anyway, okay, anyway, I apologize. This is what happens. It's real life. It all happens right now. So, I do not have a live studio audience tonight. That, well, I don't know. Like I said, it's always open, you know, for now until I get more, I'm so thankful that you guys are showing up here. So I really appreciate it. Please share this. And if you can, tell your people about it. I'm curious. So this is one lighting situation, and this is another. Can you tell a difference? Do you like anyone better? I don't know if it's, I don't know. I actually, you know, I don't know which looks better. Or this, like straight on, which is really hard to look at you. Anyway, if you have any ideas on that, that's great. Again, this is a work in process. You don't do things perfect straight out the gate. You actually work on it. Develop it, work on it, develop it. You work on it, develop it, work on it, develop it. Before you know it, and I don't know, 50 million years, I'll be perfect. And then I won't ever have to come back to Earth. So let's talk about what I was, we're talking about integrating, and we're talking about play. So those are some really important things. So when I sent out that little, I did it on Facebook and I did it on Instagram, sort of that little funny teaser of we're really trying to, there's lots of kids around me right now. We're really trying to really trying to integrate all of these kind of, I had a bunch of pictures of myself floating around as I did the video, reminding people that I'm here. So one of what I talked about is how to integrate yourself, how to integrate all of the pieces of yourself. And part of that is play. So I want to tell you, you know, full disclosure, I also work with my own coach now, and he's absolutely amazing. He's Andy, wonderstanding.com. I don't know if he would, is it Wonderstanding Gmail? He more is, well, he's just an amazing soul. So part of why I'm in such a good mood is I'm realizing, like, life is play. You get to play with all the people that are in your life. And if it's not something that you're moving towards, it's something you're moving away from and blessing it. So here's some of the conversations that we had. First, I want to talk a little bit about the Fairy Congress. I have never been to the Fairy Congress, and Andy was just telling me about it yesterday. So the Fairy Congress happens in Washington on a yearly, you can look up Fairy Congress, Google it. And one of the things that comes out in this is is that you that you're having fun, that you're actually like being fun, you're having a good time, you're interacting with people, and you are on this playground. So one of the games that they did is called a Hug of War. So the way Andy was describing it, I mean, it just sounds like so much fun. So I need to get a bunch of people together and do this. I'm a little hot right now. So I'm just going to fan myself because that's pretty important. Anyway, what you do is you line up one side with a bunch of people arm in arm, and you line up the other side arm in arm, right? And hand to hand, you're holding hands. And then somebody yells out, I don't know, Braveheart. That's kind of like that. And you start running at full speed to the other line. And when you reach that line, you grab that person that's right and you give them a hug. And then you spin and you give another person a hug. And then you spin and you give another person a hug. And you just, it's called a hug of war, obviously, for a reason. You're hugging the people that you're around. And, you know, that's total play. Just absolute in the moment play. There's nothing that isn't more otherworldly than being with somebody 100%. And in a way that they get to drop their masks of who they are and integrate into the alignment of who they truly are. Now, I said a lot in that moment, so let's just rewind it a little bit and say, you get to integrate and align to who you truly are by dropping the masks, let me say it this way, of who you think you are. And who we think we are is we're the people that decided that, I don't know, that we have to go to work, get up, and do this specific thing. Now, I'm not saying you don't have responsibilities, because you absolutely you do. Everybody does. You have to pay bills. You have to like do things. But are you doing them in the way you want to do them? Could you be doing them differently? Could you be going more towards your heart song? Now, I said this is an unnumbered list because here's why. Making up lists, somebody thought that up in their head, was a quick hook to get people. I make up lists, I hook them, I get them here. I make up lists, I hook them and get them here. I make up lists, I hook them and get them here. And, you know, oh, so many thoughts are rolling around my head right now. Good. I'm so glad everybody loves Mediumship Monday, because it's just so much fun to me. Get to talk about all this stuff. So making lists is a hook for you to be like, oh, top 10 ways to get the guy, or top 10 ways to make $1 million, or the top 10 ways to finally lose that baby fat, whatever. I don't know. And I don't care. It's just a marketing hook. It gets into the animal side. Okay. So it's a really, it's a way to be like, you're never perfect just the way you are. You have to do something better right now. And you have to use one of these symbols, ideas, thoughts in order to improve upon yourself. Like, seriously, take a second to let that in. Everything that runs this world is on the utter belief that you are not worthy. It's just run that way. You're not worthy. You're not worthy. You're not worthy. You're not worthy because you're overweight. You're not worthy because you don't have breakfast, lunch, or dinner on the table. You're not worthy because you're not running a marathon. Or you're not worthy because your boss said so. How about that one? That's a good one. Well, I am here to tell you this. You absolutely are worthy. There isn't anybody ever that isn't worthy. You come into this earth, it is your birthright to be worthy. And worthiness is something we grapple with over and over and over again. Somebody just said amen. Do you know why? I'm just like, oh, and just because for fun, I'm going to teach you how to see north, how to find north all the time. Yeah, you can do it. It's pretty amazing. So don't let me forget that. If I forget how to teach you guys how to see north out in, like, you could find your way anywhere. You'll be able to pick out what's north, south, east, and west to everybody around you. It'd be awesome. So you'll get some, you know, you'll if you're trekking through the woods, you're going to be able to get your way, not going like down to Quinder. You're going to, you know, have your car that will tell you which way it is. Anyway, so, oh my gosh, I digressed, and I might have digressed too far. Oh, amen. So amen actually is a derivative of so it is, and it is done. So it's like a seal. So think of it like a seal. You're stamping it with a wax stamp, and you're saying, this is absolutely true. This is what's happening, and it is. So I want you to find a way, and all of your affirmations. Okay, so when we have so much. There's a lot of ground to cover in the metaphysical world these days. I don't know if we know that, but there's lots of ground to cover. So I am here to really give you everything that I possibly can, because it's important. How you move your life is how you move your life. So when you say amen, so it is, I want you to be thinking of, you're doing affirmations and inspirations for yourself. Now, this is something that happened out of my session yesterday, and it's going to take a while to digest it. Not just for me, but for where we are spiritually as a people, as a human animal, as a, you know, we are, I hear this a lot. So a lot of people will come come to me and want to know, well, what about him? What about him? What about him? Is he going to love me? Is he going to be with me? Is he going to stay with me? Is he going to be my husband? Is he going to ask me to be engaged? Is he like this love? Like, tell me about my love. You can never dream for anybody else. I mean, you can dream for other people, but then you're imposing your dream on them. This is radical unconditional love. And it's radical. Unconditional love is radical. It is so radical. It is more radical than what anybody else in the whole wide world can actually think of being radical. And it's simple. And one of the things that I want to say to that is it's radical unconditional love is you never, ever know what the experience of the other is supposed to be. I mean, if there really is another, which we'll get into. So I'm like seriously taking this metaphysical world. We're just like going for broke here. Because there is no time to lose. We have sat on this space where there's angels and guides and we have all these things, but we keep forgetting how and why we're here, how important our experiences are, how amazing we are as individuals. And literally, let's say that again, how amazing we are as individuals. You never know. I'm on fire tonight. I know, right? I know, right? Somebody that I adore, who I would love to call my mentor, but I'm sure she doesn't know who I am. Or if she knows who I am, she might run away the other way. Maybe. Like I said, in that little video, it would be, could you imagine having many multiples of me? It would be too much. I am on fire. I'm hot as hell. I'm so hot because I had to wear a sweater. Anyway, so this is just life. This is just my life. And it turns out, even though these lights they're really hot. Actually, I might like that better. We'll get rid of that. See what that's like. I don't know. Anyway, so if you have any lighting ideas, please feel free. I'm open. Although it does look like it did something weird. But whatever. We'll just keep moving on. So one of the things that you are totally here. Ursula Darby, she's amazing. I need a place to do a group reading with Ursula Darby. So if you have a spot, ooh, there we go. You can see me, I can see you. Maybe you won't have to, yeah. Okay, that's a lot better, right? So here is the deal. You are in charge of your life. You are in charge of your life. It isn't just, it is not, let me make sure we're in it. It's like not, so it's a double negative makes it a positive. No. You are the only person who can create your life. That's it. I've always said this, and I've given this to a lot of people. The idea that you're increasing your vibration and frequency the highest available to you now, to go up the ladder, But then I kind of want to think about it as if, it's Andy's idea. So I'm giving credit to Andy because he's amazing. It's more like, think about it going vertically. You're going from one kind of reality to another kind of reality. I don't know if I'm on or not. Or if we, you're the only one in control of your life. And how do you react in the situation? You're the only one. So that what I want to talk about is like specifically going back to the whole, is he going to love me? Will he ever love me? Am I ever going to find love? It's I want to change that conversation. I always change the conversation when I'm in session with someone. Always, because if you're asking about the other, you're asking about yourself. You're reflecting how you're feeling about yourself. It's the mirror looking back at you to show you what you're creating, which I am not saying is easy. It is hard. to take responsibility for what and look, and I have to say this because it's not that everything's going to be shooting up daisies all the time. Like you're going to be shooting up daisies. Let me pick another roses. It's not going to be roses all the time. You're not going to all of a sudden like, I'm creating my life and I'm just like in the vibe and I'm really like doing it. And then it all goes to shit. It totally can. Because you have no control of everybody else around you. But what you can do is this. Sorry, I had to crack my neck. Is you have control over your thinking and your energy. Don't give the energy to that other person, that other wave, that other frequency, that other form, that other person, that other boss. Sometimes I'm afraid to talk about, because I have a day job, right? So sometimes I'm afraid to talk about my day job. So we'll see. We'll see how this all comes up. But I have some experiences of having, I work a very detail-oriented position, let me say that. And yep, you bring to the table who you are. So she comes down on me. She comes down on me hard. Let me say that. So she comes down on me pretty hard sometimes. And it's because she wants everything to be perfect. And in her world, she has this idea of what perfection is, right? It's her idea. And I think it's a great, I think it's actually a great subject because we have these positions where we're came to this world and we're here to play, but we're not playing. We are not having a good time. And when we don't have a good time, we are no fun to be around. People don't want to be with us, play with us, you know, do a bunch of other things. That being said, you know, this is life. Nobody gets out of this life alive, and that's for sure. No one. So when you have the position where you have a boss that's coming down on you, and it could be for anything, right? Let's say, wow, like you drop the tea in the middle of the conference room, something like that. I don't know. Or you've dropped something and there's like this judgment that comes at you. What I want to offer is you got to move yourself away from that energy. You have to know that when you have the energy to push back, you're pushing back against yourself. This is hard to get because it takes a lot of time to digest it. We're going to go over this many times. You're pushing against yourself. The energy that is spirit in you is spirit in everyone. If you push against that energy, what do you think happens? I think it's going to push back. It's going to push back. I mean, we're talking like physics. Everything that is let's break it down to an equation. F equals. That's how long it's been since I've been in math. F equals mass times acceleration. It all comes down to physics, believe it or not. Who knew? But force equals mass times acceleration. So if you are forcing your mass and your acceleration against somebody, the only thing that force can do is be equal to it. So let's say they're coming at you and they're like forcing you to be super upset. They're forcing you. And what you really want to do is this. Let it go around you. So you're trying to not equal that energy that's coming at you. Does that make sense? Now, is it easy? Absolutely not. We are patterned. It is ingrained in us it's ingrained in us to be judgmental. It's ingrained in us to rail against others. It's ingrained in us to not love ourselves. It's ingrained enough to say we're not worthy. Well, I am here to tell you, if you are here and you are watching this now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you are worthy. Whether you have $1 million or nothing, it doesn't matter. In the eyes of spirit, this is here for play. If you are not having fun on this earth, find your people to go have a hug of war with. I don't know. Maybe you know hippies, maybe you don't. I happen to be a nouveau hippie, which is funny. I always used to say that. I always used to say that. I said that in Boulder. Maybe I should go back to Boulder. Anyway, as I think out loud, how does that feel? I mean, it seems like there's find your hug of war. Next time when I have a party and it's a dance party, show the hell up. Be here. Be where you're at. Shake your butt. Have fun. Don't just sit around and do nothing where we really like make ourselves upset more and more and more because we keep looking at what we're lacking. If you look at what you lack, you will always keep lacking. You have to imagine. I know this is a lot. So I guess I'm just going to say, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing out there tonight? Is that good? Yeah, I like the dance like no one is watching, but here it is. Dance like everybody is watching. Don't dance like nobody's watching. Dance like everybody's watching. Because when everybody watches you dance, they'll dance. When you start to like move to the music, I see it all the time. So I used to, I love this part because like every piece of my life has gotten me ready to be up in front of people. It's kind of weird to say that, but it's very true. I was an aerobics instructor. So I used to teach aerobics all over the place. I would be the most outrageous person in the room because when I was the most outrageous, it gave everybody an invisible permission slip. An invisible permission slip for them to be just as crazy and wonderful and exciting and shaking their, like all their hands and their whole body, like, and move and move and move. So you have to watch, like, you have to dance like everybody is watching and not care. Because here is the bigger secret in the whole entire world. There are no secrets. We think they're secrets, but there aren't really secrets. Your life is an open book. Your life is an open book, all right? So here are something, this is why I want to tell you, because I know Ursula, she is absolutely amazing. And Ursula and I are going to find a place. Ursula and I are going to find a place and do like a dual couple mediumship stuff. So it's going to be a big party. So make sure you're watching my Facebook, Ursula's Facebook. She has Ursula. Will somebody put that up there? Krista, you're my unpaid assistant right now. Ursula, put up Ursula's YouTube, Facebook, her Facebook, Ursula Darby Psychic Medium, or Psychic Medium Ursula Darby. Which one is it, Ursula? You put it up there. She's absolutely amazing and an amazing, amazing evidential medium. She is, she's so great. So, and it's so much, and she's so much fun. And she's got the coolest tattoos. Anyway, Ursula Darby, Psychic Medium. Yes, okay, I was right. Okay, so where was I? I was blabbering on about something, but it was something good. It was something good. I can't remember what it is right now. Okay, which probably means I don't know if I'm going to be doing readings tonight. You'll be like, Janny, you're all over the place. I can't work with you anymore. Just shut up. That's what's going to happen. So dance like you want to. Dance like it doesn't matter what moves you make. Oh, I was going to tell you that. Ursula, that's why I was going off. Sorry. So Ursula is amazing evidential medium. And Ursula has firsthand experience too. Now, I can tell you that when you're in a room with a medium and they're working and they're in session, that it can be pretty amazing, the messages that come through. And here's the deal, is like you can't judge somebody else's reading. Each reading is 100% tailored to the soul in front of you, the sitter. So one of the things that I want to say about this is why I said that there really are no secrets. I have millions of examples, but this one is popping out in my head that I really feel like it's important to talk about. So one of the things that is important for me to talk about is I was giving a session to a mother and a little girl. This was some years ago, and the little girl had not met her father, and I was in the middle of talking. I was just talking, saying something that he had said, and I was getting it out and giving it to her, and he interrupted me in spirit. So the spirit interrupted me and said, "Tell her I like her room purple." I can't tell her I like her room purple. So so tell her I like her room purple, and I absolutely am proud of her. So those two things together, right? So I stop what I'm talking about. I interrupt myself because he interrupted me. And my job, I have a job here when I work, is to give only what I get. I don't embellish it. I don't make it anything else, but I give what I get. And I'm a very felt sense individual. So a lot of it is around my feeling senses. And you have way more feeling senses than you know. So I'm sitting there and I interrupt the conversation of what I'm saying. I'm like, stop. He just told me to say this. And I said, he likes your room purple and he's very proud of you. And it turned out that as I was talking, her mind was wandering. And she had said, while she was thinking, she never voiced this, while she was thinking, I just want to know if my dad is proud of me. So he told her he was proud and gave her validation with a room color. You can't ask for like how much more. We are an open book to the other side. They see it. If you it's like near-death experiences. It's interesting because I was like, near-death, it was actually a death experience. Like you died. It wasn't near-death, it was a death experience. So when you have a death experience, and if you've ever done any reading, and I'm almost out of time here. So if you've ever done any reading on this, on these death experiences, you really do kind of drop into everything that is one and have no worry and have no concern. And you're completely it's like when you're a spirit, you can see everything at once. And you have to take responsibility for the things you've done on this earth. So that can be, it's interesting because I say that and I realize people might be thinking, oh God, am I going to hell? Is there a hell? Am I not safe? I should be afraid of death. No. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying you judge your own soul. You look to your experiences. And it's interesting because Ursula said that. Do spirits tell you, do they tell me what they do on the other side? This is the only thing I know about what they do on the other side. I mean, most of it is an enigma to me. I almost feel like I'm a worker bee in this hive trying to help people not lose hope, not lose faith, not lose the heartbeat of who you are, to reignite your greatness, to make you be who you are. So one of the things that I believe through these people that that cross the other side, I'm going to tell you, our human eyes and spirit eyes are two different kinds of eyes. One does not see anything like the other. So here will be like how what could pain you is the plastic that you didn't get recycled, or the plastic that you walked by and you didn't pick up because you weren't showing respect and honor for Mother Earth, that you didn't look. So it's interesting. So when I see people that are coming forward and they're talking, most of my people that come, I wouldn't say most, I kind of call myself spiritual infantry. I'm usually one of the first mediums that you're going to come across. You've never seen anybody before. You haven't. And I have only seen helpful experiences. If people cross the other side, I'm sure they're working on their own soul. I have a lot of other research. I don't want to go off of research. I'd rather go off of what I've been told. And I have just been told by a few spirits that they're in a classroom, that they're understanding things, that they're reviewing stuff, they're looking at their lives. How can I do this better? Do I want to do this better? How can I help? Can I do it better from here without having to go back there? But when we're there on the other side, now, and I posted this on Facebook, there were two chickens, right? Two chickens on the side of the road, one screaming, how do I get to the other side? And the other guy's like, you are on the other side. So we keep wanting to come back here over and over again, come back here to have this play. So my question for you this week is, if you were to play more in your life, what would that look like? How would that feel? What would you jam to? What would you not jam to? Would you jam with other people? Would you jam by yourself? Like, how would you do this? How would you make it be more playful? Are you having fun? If you're not having fun, slip back into stillness. Feel yourself in that stillness and ask, not how can I have more fun? Because look, I'm over and over telling you in different ways that you are connected to everything. You are worthy of anything and everything that you put your mind to. Does that mean it's all going to be materialistic? No. Mm-mm. Where your heart beats is where you're going. Your heartbeat of your soul will guide you. Does it mean that it's bad to want material things? No. You are here to play and have fun. So if you want to have a Lamborghini, go do it. If you can do it, do it. So anyway, okay, so that's what I want to say. I want you to have more fun this week. I want you to see light, to be light, but to think of light as something, a substance. The more you see it and the more you can vertically move from one sort of multiverse into another multiverse, you can pull those energies and frequencies. And I want to leave you with this. Well, besides see light, be light, right? Oh, I'm supposed to tell you some more stuff too. I just heard that. What else? Oh, I'm making more Aura moon sprays. I'm actually doing the full moon and new moon. And so I'm gearing up to launch that whole line. So I will also be launching it on my website and maybe Amazon. And I'm also going to be doing candles, and that's going to be super fun. But hang on. I have to, hang on a second. Stuff worked. Okay, so what I mean, besides just those things, I think I'm at Sal's like the 25th of July as well. But I want to add one more piece. And I know I'm only hoping that the people that come watch this like stay for the whole time because there's so much stuff in here. But you're worthy of anything you can imagine. And here's the deal. This is the most important, but this is the part I forgot. If you can think about it, if you have a desire for it, you have a heart song, then your desire and that is pulling you to each other, pulling you there. You are going, it is meant to be yours. Okay, that's all I can say for today. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope that I see you next week. I hope that you share it. I hope that if you want to make a, is it starting to rain yet? It's so hot. If you want to set up an appointment, call me 720-514-9724. And I'm going to break the myth of the power of positivity. You watch. It's not being positive. You get into alignment and you just have fun. When you have fun. Anyway, I could talk about this for flipping ever. So see light and be light. Have a wonderful night. And this week, try and find play. What can you do that's more playful with yourself? This isn't just, play is taking care of yourself. So it's more important than, I was going to say it's more important than self-care because it is all that self-care is. Your ideas of taking care of yourself will be born out of play. Okay. Well, I'll check you guys later. Find me. See light, be light, yo.